go, folks. Brand new XP BATEA Bowl pack. I thought I'd do a quick unboxing for you, show what's in the pack, and then we're going to set one up and we're going to have a crack at it. So let's jump straight into it. First thing, it's a big giant box. Big giant box. So we've got to, let me get my key here and I'll cut this, undo this. Key comes in very handy. So open the box, big giant pan. So this is the BATEA box kit, okay? So big BATEA bowl in there and a sieve. Very nice looking sieve. So the other things we've got in here are an XP snuffer bottle. Let's open these up here. We'll tip them out here. Get it all out here. So we've got an XP snuffer bottle, which looks to be quite a good little snuffer bottle. So XP snuffer bottle, little, what I call a suction tweezer. That's a cap for the, oh no, it's a little gold vial. Okay. Hopefully that's too small for most people. So there's a couple of those little gold vials. Here's the bigger one when you fill those other ones up. And then we've got a little magnifier here. A little tiny magnifier. We'll open that up and we'll have a good look at him here. Okay, so magnifier with two different magnifications on it. So a great little kit as a starter kit if you want to get into BATEA bowls. Got an instruction book here. Tells you a little bit how the creek works. Looks like you've got some drilling to do and how to use the pan, right? So the other little packet here is the most interesting little packet. So in here, this is what I tend to call it a clay breaker. So somehow or other, we'll have to have a look at the instructions, but somehow or other, this clay breaker, there's a specific name for it, but this clay breaker, let me just get rid of all that stuff. This clay breaker sits in the middle of the pan, like so. Now you don't have to put that in, right? I've had a quick squeeze. It looks like it sits in those holes there. So, but XP do it so that you've got to drill these out. Okay, so we'll drill that. Righto, folks. So we've got to put this obviously on the other side. Now, on the instruction manual it says to get a 5mm drill bit and a cordless drill and drill these holes out. So we're just going to quickly drill these holes out. Go through. I feel a bit funny drilling a hole in a brand new pan, but it's okay because I'm not drilling one, I'm drilling three. Great. Right, so 3 holes drilled, okay? We've got 3 holes clearly in the bottom of the pan. We'll knock a bit of that off. Now, in the bag with the clay breaker is three small blue little plastic bits that will keep this square and keep your gold pan obviously sealed so you don't lose any gold out of it. So if we were to sit it like that, it would sit at a funny angle. Okay, so first job we need to do is put these small blue jobs on the clay breaker. So we'll throw them on here like so. Now these have got to sit at a specific angle, but what we'll do is we'll get it started in the holes first. So we'll get it started like that, then we'll spin them around. So they look like they want to spin. They look like they want to spin around and sit in the right spot. So now all we need to do is turn the pan upside down. I'll hold it there, and we will screw these nuts on. Now we will tighten these up with a spanner. Just tighten those nuts up. I lost that other one just there. So we need to tighten them right up hard. Right. So there is our BATEA pan with the clay breaker in it, ready to go. Okay, so we've just gone through and we've tightened these up, okay? Now, I just want to point out a couple of features, and I'll point it out on the back. In the bottom of this pan is a small reservoir, right, that is a much steeper edge. When we look at it from this side, this is a much steeper edge here. So I'm expecting to see the gold sit in there when I run the material off. So that's a fairly unique feature for this, as well as the clay breaker. The other thing that I just want to point out, the feature here on the sieve. Now this sieve is a little unique. It does not have square holes, it has diamond shaped holes, so they're offset slightly. Now I believe that is to stop material clogging in those holes. Okay, so the hole, if I just take this one here, it is longer from here to here than what it is across the hole. Okay, so that's a very unique feature to this sieve. So it feels very, very good in the hand too. Your hand slips under here very, very well. So so there's a couple of unique features that we're going to have a big play with and go from there. Right guys, we just slipped outside. I'm going to give you a bit of a practical demonstration now on how to use this system. Now I've looked at the XP stuff, so I'm not necessarily the expert on this, not yet anyway, but I've had a couple of cracks at it, and I understand the principles, so I can show you the principles sort of thing. Righto, so just going to show you the principles of this. Okay, one of the great features about this is the clay breaker. The clay breaker actually holds the sieve up, so it actually locates the sieve on the thingo, so it actually can't slide around. So that's another good feature that we've just discovered. So we'll get some dirt in it. We'll see if there's any gold in this. Now this dirt we've cleaned. So this is our dirt that we use for demonstration, so people can see what's going on with it, so it won't dirty the water. So we'll just get that there. Obviously we've worked this material previously sort of thing, so there's not much oversize in it. Okay, so we've got the pan. Okay, now there's two motions you do with the pan, the BATEA pan. Okay, one is a side to side motion, either front or back or side to side. Okay, and what that is actually doing is concentrating the heavies in the center of the pan, in the reservoir, in the pocket in that center of the pan that I showed you earlier. Okay, the other motion, right, is a circular motion that what it's actually doing is it's throwing the light material, you can see it's throwing the light material out of the pan. So there's two motions you're doing, okay? There's the third, and that's the cleanup one. So side to side, circular motion, right? And you can see that that's throwing material out of the pan there. So back to there, side to side, round, circular motion, okay? And the material's coming out of the pan. So side to side, round we go. Okay, side to side, round and round we go. So I'm going to be pretty harsh with this, okay, and see what it can do. Right, now we're getting down a little bit now, side to side motion again, round and round. I don't know whether my technique's perfect because I seem to be throwing the light material out in one section of the pan, so I don't know whether that's exactly perfect or whether I should be seeing the material go all the way round, but maybe that's something I've got to work on down the track. So we'll just tip that pan up there, we'll get pretty savage with him. Right, so what we're doing is this side to side motion is concentrating the heavies in the center, and then the round motion is taking the lights out of the equation. Okay, side to side again, round we go. Right, so we've got down to maybe half a cupful there in the middle of the pan. Okay, now if we were to tip this pan up like we would with a standard pan, what you would get is you get a run of light materials. The heavies are still sitting down here, right? So with this pan, we can wash that material out. And this is how you process the material, okay? Now, back into the center it all, okay? We'll just lift this pan out. We're not really washing it out, okay? And you can see the light materials come down. I can't see any gold, so we'll just dip that there for the time being. Side to side to get that gold centered again. All right, then we'll lift him up again. We'll wash that light material out. Side to side to get that centered. All right, and then we'll get that out. Now we'll wash it out with our hands so that just in case, we're getting right down to it now, just in case there's any gold coming out. Can't see any gold coming out. All right, side to side, get it centered in there again. Just we'll lift that up. Okay, we'll wash that off. No gold. Now I went a bit savage then. I think I can see a piece of gold there. So what I'll do, right, what I do is I splash the water up into the center. So what I'll do, back into the pan, center it up sort of thing. So the beauty of this pan is it's got such a long edge, so it's very hard to, you can see the gold traveling down the edge of this pan. Okay, so here we go, centering him up again. All right, we'll see how clean we can get this. All right, we've disturbed the gold there. We'll just go nice and gentle there. Tip the water off it. Just gently wash that material off. Okay, and we'll get it centered up again. All right, now we've got just heavies in the bottom of that center there. And as you can see, I'll just lift that up gently. As you can see, I've disturbed the gold in the bottom of the pan. So the gold's come out. So we just need to center that back up again. And then very, very gently, just do that lightly there, get all that centered. Okay. Then we'll just wash this out. Now I've got a piece of gold here, okay? But I want to wash some of this material out. So I'm watching that piece of gold. Here it is here. It's come halfway down. So all this material below that piece of gold, I can wash out. All right. So here we go. Not centered. So we've got a piece of gold here, right next to the next to that white bit there. Right. So we can wash all that stuff out of the bottom. No trouble at all. Okay. So we're down to virtually just the gold and a little tiny bit of black sand. Now I can work this for another 10 minutes and get it all out, but what I'll do is I'll actually disturb it all and show you what gold's in there. See if we can get it out here. Disturb it all, see if we don't lose any. So as you can see there was a fair bit of gold sitting in that pocket there. So looks quite good. You see it's also, there's no gold from there down to the edge of the pan, so I could actually wash that material off and get it cleaner. So that's basically the BATEA pan. I would probably then go in and clean that up a little bit further if that was my last pan of the day, right? However, what I would actually do, if I was panning more material, I would just put the sieve back on and I would put more material into there, leave the gold sit in there. Righto, so that's the BATEA pan. Take this hat off. So that's the BATEA Pan Kit. So sieve, right? Sieve, BATEA pan, magnifier, a couple of vials, snuffer bottle. So I like it. I've got to spend a bit more time with it to get to understand everything that's happening. But it's an old technology that's been improved by putting it in plastic. Now, price-wise, we're $109. We'll put a link at the bottom of this video so you can purchase it directly if you'd like to. $109. We're a fraction dearer than a few other people, but we do free shipping. So the free shipping more than accounts for that. So fantastic pan. Great new initiative with the clay breaker, the section in the bottle, on an old idea. So that's the BATEA Pan, guys. Thanks very much.